All right. Good morning. Thank you everyone for participating. My name is Rinaldi Munawwarah as the host for today's podcast, and this is Alifah Putri Fadliawati. This is Naila Amira, and this is Ahmadon Sofian. So today's topic is going to be about how EFL learners tend to have a one-sided conversation with the other party. So have you guys ever seen people experience this type of stuff?
Well, personally, for me, I think the reason why I will have one-sided conversation is maybe the field of interest is not mine. So, like, I cannot think about what to reply to them when they're talking to me. I ended up just listening to them, nodding, and like commenting, "Oh yeah, that's cool, that's great." So it becomes a one-sided conversation.
So you kind of chose not to engage because you feel because of lack of interest in the topic.
Yeah, and no knowledge.
No knowledge at all. Maybe you try to avoid the topic by saying everything possible to shut them down, but he just don't want to stop talking about it. It's the most unfortunate thing ever.
So I have experienced it myself. Like for me personally, sometimes when I want to speak in English language, I am afraid to make a mistake. Like I'm afraid when people judge around me when I make a wrong grammar, vocabulary, or pronunciation.
I mean, for you to be able to manage through that is that you have to realize that native people wouldn't judge you for your grammar.
Well, yeah, I can definitely vouch for that. As I would say, almost as a native speaker, we don't really care about how you say stuff as long as it's not outright wrong. Like you make a different pronunciation of a word. Although I do believe that in the EFL world there are some extremists that, well, they say like, you have to absolutely say it like this or else it's wrong, and then like they stick to one accent, they stick to the British accent, and they don't move on to different accents, and they don't tolerate other dialects.
You probably have been exposed to English ever since you were a baby, am I right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do think that what you say is absolutely right.
How did you guys even learn English in the first place? I mean, since all of you are EFL people, except for this guy maybe, since he was exposed to English since he was a baby, how do you people actually learn English in the first place?
I have experience with, and I learned it with my mom. Like my mom is introduced an English language to me, but I have a kind of interesting of that language, so I learned that from my mom and my dad. So yeah, and my school when I was in fifth grade.
Great, so 2017.
Yeah.
How about the native guy? I mean, I know you have learned English, been exposed to English since you were a baby, right? But how do you specifically strengthen your English for you to be able to speak it as fluently as you are now?
Well, I guess it's one of the perks that comes with learning it as long as I can remember. I will briefly explain. Like I didn't really specifically learn it. I just grasped the idea of what words meant. I would call it innate, and then it just kind of snowballed as I played games, as I talk with my siblings, and as I get exposed to national TV back in Denmark that occasionally use English content on the TV's programs.
So you didn't learn English academically at all?
Not until university level.
Not until university. So you just acquired a language, and this is just how it is now, eh?
Yeah, precisely.
That's amazing. How do you guys usually handle them, including you, by the way? How do you guys usually handle them?
Well, I guess I should listen better. Listening comprehension is very important for like conversation because you're not only talking, because that would also be one-sided for the other person that we're engaging in conversation with. So aside from listening better, I should also like try to like engage in the conversation with them by maybe relating to them or like actually replying to them. And sure that some people are scared of vocabulary matters, but if you're in a conversation, it doesn't really matter as long as both parties understand each other.
Have you ever felt bad for the other party because they're the only one speaking?
I guess so. I mean, if they're starting to feel like, oh, what is there to reply from me, then I will obviously change the topic to something that we can both relate to and we can like talk about to bond.
Yeah, sometimes I feel bad when the other talking, but I just silent. But I sometimes like connects with them, like I still speaking, even my grammar or pronunciation is wrong. And I think like I should I should practice more and not afraid to make a mistakes.
Well, how I face those kind of challenges, well, I would first try to assess their English level, where they stand, and then I would obviously try to adapt to how they talk. I would match their energy. For example, if I meet a beginner, I wouldn't use very advanced English. I would use, of course, basic English. And since of course, since I've never really had the problem of where I totally didn't understand what the opposing me person said, I understand them. I just try to match their English level, and of course, in every conversation, it's always best to match your the other person's energy when you have a conversation.
So yeah, your case is the same as mine, kind of the same, because me myself generalizing a topic, which is basically matching the energy of that person. Yeah. Okay, that's all for today's podcast. Thank you for you guys for participating. I appreciate all of you guys' time over here. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.